Welcome everybody, this is Reek Rouse. I got a video about Baruuk, the Warframe that wasn't added too long ago. Really good frame, I think. People always say that he's underpowered and blah blah blah, but most of the time people just misinterpret what he's supposed to be used for. Alright, he is a bullet sponge. That's not really a sponge. I know that sounds confusing and like it doesn't make sense, but it's one of those things where if you know how to build them and you know how to play with them, he could pretty much take a lot of damage without little or no effects. So we're gonna get into that. Alright, first, with all frames, sometimes you got maxed out. Alright, setting it here, find something that makes it look good. Yeah, like that, like a little fly ass grasshopper. Alright, anyway, that's good for me. Alright, second thing you have to go for is weapons. Which type of weapons are you going to be needing for this? Alright, so I'm gonna go and help you out. Infested is not the best thing for Baruuk, just because a lot of their damage is toxin and not based on impacts or shots. Alright, so he's pretty much gonna be a corpus and a grenadier and a corpus and grenadier build. Alright, that's the important part about him. Alright, so you look at what type of weapons does corpus and grenadier hate most. Well, you know, they both are flesh health builds, and so you have to look at what's damaging to flesh health. Alright, and it's real simple: toxin and viral. But the thing about that is, you can't, if you start to go into robotics, one thing that you shouldn't use is toxin versus viral being pretty against everything except infested. So that's one of the builds, that's one of the damage types we're gonna go for. Alright, so we're gonna have an infested build. So then what's a good weapon to use with the infested? Alright, I mean viral. What's a good weapon to use with viral? Alright, we got a couple options here. I haven't been playing that long, just a couple, about 5 years or so. So we got Bright and Prime, Empress, Corinth, which is always a good choice, but we're gonna look for something a little bit more based off his style. Alright. Alright, so let's go with I say let's go with the I'm thinking Mutilus Cernos, but I think that already has a gas build on it. I'm thinking let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go Opticore. Alright. Opticore got solid damage, and it's one of the best looking weapons in Warframe. One of the best. Not the best, but one of the best. Alright. So pull that bad boy out. Alright. For secondary, we're gonna go ahead and go to let's see. If we got viral, then we kinda wanna switch it up and maybe put some corrosive or electric or something around there. But I think for viral he should probably do like, I don't know, I say we should do some puncture. Yeah, some puncture probably good. Yeah. Alright, let's try with puncture for the grenadier, and we got viral for the grenadier and the corpus, so I think that'd be good. A good puncture weapon. Let me see. First we gotta look around a little bit. Puncture. Puncture, no. It's hard to pick a puncher. We're gonna go with despair. Now you actually could get despair pretty easily if you just kill the bosses and have the stalker come and get you, come and try to fight you. You'll end up actually getting him to drop that blueprint for the despair, and pretty easy to get, solid base of damage, good critical chance, and yeah, it's one of those weapons that really speak for itself. Alright, as always, make it our colors. Alright, there you go. Boom. Now for a melee, I like to go with Fang Prime for these beginner videos, because as you can tell, none of this stuff is former. This is a beginner video just for people who just got Baruuk and leveled him up. Alright, so we're gonna go and get him situated with the Fang Primes. We have other options here, but I think Fang Prime would probably be the best because it's one of the first prime melee weapons I ever got. Might even been one of the first prime weapons, but the Prisma Skana, or the regular Skana, because a lot of people have that one. It's good too. I'm not gonna do that one. We're gonna stick with the Fang Prime. Alright, so thing about Baruuk, let's check out his abilities. First you have elude. Alright, that means dodge all incoming projectiles, but only while not attacking. Funny enough, this ability also dodges punches. Like for if a enemy come up and punch you, most of the time that would not register, you know. And you can see what I mean. Alright, so drain a second is a real important thing you're looking for, and that's 2.5 per second. Alright, then you have a lull, and it's a calming way. It basically slows people and put them under asleep. Alright, and the thing about it is, the bigger you get this, a wider range of enemies it'll affect, and it also opens them up to finishers, and therefore finisher damage. Alright, really good to have on those higher levels. Alright, then you have desolate hands. Desolate hands is like the little bit of daggers that pop up around them, and they go and they make all your enemies, or the enemies they come in contact with, use their melee weapons. And you also use it with the elude to double the range, and it's pretty cool. And it also gives them a damage reduction, which is amazing. I mean, also give us a damage reduction, which is pretty good in my opinion. Then you have the actual Serene Storm, aka catch these hands. Alright, put them paws on people. Alright, that's all this ability is about. As you can see my man demonstrating in the video in front of you, he putting paws on people like no other. Alright, this is what I mean when I say I'm gonna get you that beat down. Alright, it's a living definition of it. Alright, either way, his drain isn't drained from your energy. It's actually drained from your what is it called again? Your restraint meter. Alright, and that's what it uses. It uses a restraint meter. The more people you hit, the more people how do you say, the more people you hit, the more it's going to take away from your restraint meter. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, but these are the abilities that we have. And his passive: each projectile dodge, each enemy lured or disarmed, heroes Baruuk restraint, and fuels the storm within. As Baruuk's restraint is diminished, he becomes up to 50% more resistant to damage. Alright, and just so in case you don't know, if you're thinking about getting Baruuk, the restraint meter is like a meter on the side of the screen, and the more he does his 1, 2, and 3, the more their strength meter goes down. Once they get low enough, when it becomes 50%, when it goes down, he becomes more and more resistant to damage. All right, and it also allows him to perform his Serene Storm. All right, but that's video 1. I'm gonna have video 2 coming out soon, so stay in tune, and we'll be right back with you guys.